Now, what we think of as the third level or the third generation of blockchain, such as Cardano or Algorand or Polkadot, there's a few of us out there. What we do differently than the first two iterations of the blockchain is that we have multiple ways of representing value on the blockchain. So it's not just a financial value like a Bitcoin or a ETH or some kind of a securitized token, but it can be intellectual property right, it can be music, it can be marriage, it can be your voting power, it can be anything you kind of, if you look at life today, everything you hold extremely dear to you lives in an Excel spreadsheet. So how do you increase the, let's say, the security, the immutability, and the provenance of that? Well, you put it on a blockchain, right? So there are multiple types of representations of different values and assets. That's the third generation blockchain. The second part is multiple types of identities. So not just having a public and a private key, but having this notion that you can have a fully KYC'd and AML checked off identity living on the blockchain, or having a robot or a Uber driver where the Uber car basically has the notion of basically identifying itself like an Internet of Things on the blockchain. So what many people get wrong is that identity is not just one thing. Identity is a spectrum. And sometimes what you want to do is you want to say, hey, you don't need to know what my salary is. You don't need to know where I live or who my employer is. What you need to know is that I have, a certain amount of money set aside and a certain, let's say, credit scoring without you knowing the details. There we can use a cryptographic thing called zero knowledge proof to basically verify mathematically that everything is in order in your system,